What up, y'all? Happy Friday. You already know what time it is. Hit that like, subscribe, post notification bell for me before we get out of here. I wanted to follow up on the video that I posted this morning when I was doing my cardio. Roy Jones Jr. highlights can't be touched video. First off, Roy Jones Jr. was one of my dad's favorite boxers of all time. Muhammad Ali being the first. My dad was an avid boxing fan, so I've been watching boxing since I was a kid. One thing that my dad used to say about Roy Jones Jr., and it was in the post that above the video, he said, "You want to know what makes Roy Jones Jr. so special?" And I would hear him repeat this to anybody and everybody, to me and whoever would listen. He said, "Well, Roy Jones Jr. is so special because he's always first, he's always fastest, and he always hits the hardest." Now, this didn't mean anything to me until later in my adult life. Today, what it means to be first. To be first, let's say it increases the likelihood that you're going to be the one to inspire rather than being inspired. Now, that's not to say that we shouldn't seek to be inspired or we should not be open to receive inspiration from other people. I do every day. I think it's wonderful. It's a blessing. If I inspire someone to get up at 2 a.m., I'm so encouraged and empowered and thrilled that they've found something, a new tool in a process that's going to elevate them, right? But now I got to get up at 1:59. Being first, being the fastest, or being fastest. Where your mind may take you hearing that may not be where it takes mine. Where it takes mine is I'm faster to compassion, I'm faster to empathy, and I'm slower to anger, and I'm slower to judgment and criticism of myself and others. And harder, again, this doesn't have to be the hardest thing, right? But I'm talking about hardening of fortitude, steel in your spine. When things get tough, we're less likely to want to quit. We're stronger in moments of adversity. And also, as an example, when I got clean this time, 4 years ago, over 4 years ago now, yay me, there were two very clearly defined paths in front of me. Now, the one, there was a likelihood I would have been successful, reunited my family, towed the mark, been a dancing puppet, but I wouldn't have remained true to myself or the messages of my heart. I knew that I had to choose the harder option, which meant that I was going to establish a higher personal baseline of standards for my life based on spiritual principles, etc. And it was going to be significantly more challenging than the other. I was going to feel siloed a majority of the time, whatever the case may be, but I had to do that because I understood that on the other side of that experience, that more difficult experience, I was going to be harder mentally, being able to face adversity, step forward into opportunity more willingly and ably, and B, that laid the foundation for the man that I needed to be then. That in turn laid the next foundation for the man that I needed to be now. And now what I'm doing is I'm building the foundation for the man that I will become. All of these things are also married to the 3 Ds. That's discipline, dignity, and dedication. You're going to have to define and assign a value to those things in your life the same way that I have mine. I'm not going to share with you mine, but you get the basics of the template. Again, I appreciate all the support. Happy Friday. Hit that like button before you bounce. Hit that subscribe button before you bounce. And hit that post notification bell so you can stay up to date on all the content I drop. Peace, y'all.